Hey there.
Hello, how are you? No worries. No worries. Good morning, YouTube. Hope everyone is having a great day out there. Welcome to another episode of Life of Brian. I'm in my 2009 Aston Martin Vantage. Just picked it up from the shop. Unfortunately, I had to drop off my 300ZX for some additional work. But anywho, I just wanted to shoot a quick introductory video on this vehicle for the channel. Again, this is my 2009 Aston Martin Vantage, also known as the Baby Aston when it came out. Naturally aspirated 4.7 liter V8, makes glorious sounds. It's kind of the British version of Maserati in terms of that V8, howl that it just sounds incredible. Again, 420 horsepower. I think there was a horsepower boost after, I think in 2008, when these vehicles came out in 2006. I believe it only had like 410 or 414 horsepower. So I believe there was a boost there. I could be completely making that up, guys, but I know that my year, 2009, the 414 horsepower was upped from previous years. So everything in the car looks and smells really nice. There's that, I've kind of referenced it a few times, but there's that Aston Martin leather smell when you get into the vehicle. It smells really nice. Everything looks very, high-end, very classy, very elegant. There's no cheap plastics or anything like that. It makes you feel like, you paid for your proper British, sports car. Now, you're not going to be winning any races in this car. You're not going to be tracking this car really. I think kind of the main competition for a car like this, or really something that you would be considering instead, is maybe like a 911 Turbo. I think price-wise, it's going to be pretty comparable to that. At least, 2009 it was. Now I'm not sure. I'm not really following prices on these cars, but I'd imagine they're probably, actually I don't know. I don't even want to guess. But I don't really get to drive this car much. I know I say that a lot about my cars, but for this car in particular, I don't really drive as much as I would like to. I think one of the reasons for that is really kind of the only issue I've ever really had with this car is I've kind of had this mysterious parasitic draw on the battery. I've gone through about 4 or 5 batteries since I got this car, and I've only had it maybe about 2 years now. And I think really that's kind of the main deterrent for me driving it. Just even though I usually keep it on a kind of a trickle charger, a battery tender, a lot of times I'll come out and the battery will still be dead or basically almost completely drawn or drained, which is kind of weird. I still haven't been able to put my finger on what's causing that. But so that's maybe the main reason why I don't drive it as much as I should or I would like to. But it's a proper 6-speed manual here. The autos are just not as much fun in this car, really any car, I think. But it's a fun car to drive. It has enough of a pep to it with the 420 horsepower, but it's really the star of the show is really that 4.7 liter V8. It just makes wonderful sounds in the back. That V8 howl, like I said, it's kind of like the British version of Maserati with their incredible V8s, naturally aspirated V8s. But there's a few little things that Aston Martin doesn't really have a great reputation, or certainly again, I don't know about now. I don't drive or own any Aston Martins other than this 2009 one. But for my particular car, I've had some gremlins pop up with the battery, the fuel cap when open. I've had some weird lights come off and on and then go back off again. So there have been some quality control issues, if you will, but I think that's to be expected with these type of cars, and I think that's kind of one of the knocks on Aston Martin is kind of the general reliability of it. But overall, I enjoy the car. Again, I don't really drive it as much as I would like to. It's just there's other cars that I daily, or if I really want to kind of have a spirited drive, I would go for those cars before this one. This one is more kind of like a touring car, I guess, almost like a Grand Tour. Again, you're not having that incredible horsepower and torque to go track the car, or like I said, if you really want to be racing someone at a red light or something. But it's kind of a nice, classy, elegant car. It's a James Bond car, obviously. It's something I think, for a date night, or like a important lunch meeting, or taking a client out, or just having a nice drive on a windy road. This is a really nice car to take to do that in, again, because the interior is so nice. It's a very nice place to be. It's pretty quiet. Again, the leather, I love this kind of chocolate leather color, and on the interior, really love that. Again, that leather, the smell. It's the lining on the header, the headliner. It's just really nice. So it's a very nice place to be. The interior, I think, definitely one of the best in terms of the cars I own. Driving experience is okay. The shifter is okay. The clutch is a little heavy. So in terms of from a driving standpoint, the car is not particularly nimble or quick. Again, you're not going to get fast accelerations. You don't have a ton of torque. But I think, again, just for kind of a cruiser, as a touring car, as a nice little car to kind of put around town in, and again, you don't want to be in a quote-unquote boring car, or quite honestly, guys, even a car that you're going to see a lot of. You don't see a lot of Astons on the road, at least where I'm at, which is obviously Houston, Greater Houston, Katy, Richmond, Sugarland, etc., etc. I don't see a lot of Astons on the road, which I kind of, again, with my cars, I like having the less ubiquitous, less commonplace cars, and the Aston is definitely that. And the other thing that I really like about the Vantage is you really can't tell from the appearance, even from the badging, because a lot of people debadge their Vantage. Mine was debadged when I got it. I didn't do that, the previous owner did. But you honestly can't really tell the difference between the Vantage, the baby Aston, from the DB9 or any of the higher end, higher trim Astons. They, 90, 95%. I mean, yeah, lengthwise, whatever, you really look closely. But from the untrained eye, if you will, most people can't tell the difference between these, and they think you're just driving a really nice, sexy Aston. And that's another thing, in addition to that glorious V8, that you hear, it's a very sleek, classy car. Again, obviously I own this car, but every time I see an Aston Martin, I do a double take, because they're just beautiful cars. They stand out, and it's not because, again, they're obnoxious, they have huge wings, or they're loud. They're actually very understated, and kind of they're sleepers, if you will. And that's what I think is really great about these cars. And again, I'm not saying just about my car. Really, every single Aston I've ever seen on the road, I do a double take, because I'm like, man, it's just a really beautiful car. The lines are very elegant, very simple, very similar to my RX-7 in that regard. Very smooth, elegant lines, simple design, very beautiful car. And again, this is a 2009, and I still think it's a beautiful car. It doesn't look dated, doesn't look aged, doesn't look like a DeLorean or a Countach, or something that really kind of screams its age, or kind of when it came out. So from that standpoint, from an aesthetic standpoint, I think this car kind of checks all those boxes as well. But I'll definitely be doing more videos with this car, guys. Just wanted to kind of give a quick kind of initial impression of the vehicle, because I haven't done one yet. And again, just had to pick it up today because my other car had to go in the shop. But definitely we'll be doing give you a little sense of the V8 there, but give you a little sense of the car, and I'll be doing more content with the car for sure. 5 things, that sort of deal. But hope you guys like the video. Let me know if you have one, if you enjoy it, what issues you've had with it, any problems, any ideas, that sort of deal. But give the video a thumbs up, comment below, like and subscribe. Please support the channel. Hope to see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.